You. Yes, I'm talking to you. Do you like corn? Of course you do. Who doesn't love corn? It's got the juice after all. It's delicious. But do you also like video games? Of course you do. Let's be real here. You wouldn't be watching this video right now if you didn't like video games. So what if I were to tell you I was mixing corn with a little bit of video games and making a game with the theme of corn and corn creatures and corn weapons and just a corn game? Yes, this is a real thing. This is devlog number 3. Let's dive into it, shall we? Starting off the month of April, I procrastinated by making a big red rotating cube, and guess what? You walk into that bad boy and it gives you 5 health. What is it that I created? Well, I've created myself a health pickup. Yes, that's how I started this month off, by creating a health pickup. And of course, after I created that random health pickup because I wanted to procrastinate a little bit, I thought, hey, why not go back to the actual core part of this game, which is the corn, and I added in growing stages for the corn creatures. So it starts off as the little sapling type of looking thing, and then it slowly gets bigger, and then the corn cob starts to emerge, and then that gets bigger, and then guess what? The big bad corn creature is coming for you, and you gotta take it down. Then I didn't do anything for about 2 weeks. Both of those were towards the beginning of the month, and then I kind of took a little bit of a break from working on stuff because I got busy with some other things. But here's the thing. Remember that really cool looking block I showed you earlier? Well, guess what? I made it a million times better. I made a model of a heart. I added really cool effects. I made it glow. And honestly, this is probably the coolest looking thing I've made in a long time. Just by pure looks alone, I love this thing. It looks great. I've been a little joking, sarcastic and stuff, but genuinely love how the heart looks. And guess what else? You know how we miss our old friend, the big red cube? Well, guess what? Now I've got a new friend, the big purple cube. And yes, the big purple cube has got a whole bunch of cool effects as well, and it glows, but it's just a cube for now as of the point of this. So yeah, I made a cool heart model, gave that cool effects, and then I made a cool purple cube that moves around and stuff too with cool effects as well, because it's cool and I wanted to do it. And yes, that's going to be the element for the game. The way that the element in this game works is, you're going to clear out land plots using the potion that you make, and it's going to pull up the element from the ground, and that's how you get the element. And that's what it's going to look like. So yeah, that's the start of the creation process for the physical pickup of the element and the hearts. And then moving on to what else I did later on in the month. You see, at this point in development, the drops from the enemies was really wonky and not working right, and it never really did it how I wanted it to do, if that makes sense, as you understand, of course. That's just how programming and game development goes. You want it to do one thing, and then you work on it, and then it doesn't go that way, and so you're just what, I'll just do the next best thing. You see, I made it so that when you shoot the enemies and you kill the enemies, it does a random number, right? And depending on the number, the lower the drop rate for each of the items, the more items you can get. So say you roll a 2. That gives you all 3 items when the enemy dies, so you get all 3 of the different ingredients to help make the potions. But get this, in addition to that, I also adjusted the menu system for the upgrade menu, because before when you were interacting with it, time wouldn't stop so you can still get shot at by the enemies, and you could kind of kill yourself because, the button that you use to actually purchase the upgrades is the mouse, and you click, and that's the same button that you use to shoot, and I have not had it before where it stopped you from shooting, so before enemies can shoot you, and you could shoot yourself and die. So I fixed those issues and, added a whole bunch of drops for when you kill enemies now, depending on how low of a number you get. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. All right, I know how we were just talking about how much we loved our purple cube friend. Well, he's gone now, and I've replaced it with the model, and the effects are updated. It looks pretty sweet for the element now. I'm like, let's just make a cool looking thing. What does an element look like? I don't know, some rock type of thing, some crystal looking thing, I don't know, something like that. So I made it. It glows. It's awesome, okay? And then I also added functionality, so when you cleanse the soil of a plot of land, it gives you the element. Now we actually have some sort of gameplay loop forming. It's amazing. You have no idea how proud I was of this. Although there are a lot of issues with it at this point, which we'll just ignore until the next video probably. Alright? Alright. Last but not least, for the month of March, which if you didn't know, everything I've been saying has just been for the month of March. I've been making a video on every month of progress that I've been doing so far, and hopefully the one for April comes out at the very beginning of May. Hopefully I can get that out sooner than the past few. Anyway, the last but not least piece of progress that I had made to the corn game. We're adding icons. Yes, before it was just ugly text up on the left side of the screen, the left corner of the screen, and now it's ugly icons. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, it doesn't look great, okay, I get that. But don't you worry, because next video, you're going to have to stay tuned for what else I do. I mean, yeah, I kind of have it where, well, the element is still a purple square, not a cube, but, you know, close enough, right? So, yeah, that's all the progress that I made for this month. Nothing, like, too crazy, but, like, enough progress where I'm like, hey, I'm proud of myself. But I really need to pick up the speed, like, pick up the pace of progress. I feel like I've just been falling so far behind with it, you know? So I just really hope that, you know, April, let me just say, it's a pretty good month so far. You know, I'm recording this mid-April. I've been making some good progress. You gotta stay tuned for that. First thing I do during April, don't worry, I address the ugly icon issue where it's just all thrown up in the corner. Sure, it looks better than text, but it still doesn't look great. That's your little teaser. That's all I'm gonna give you. So until then, be sure to leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and yeah, have a great one. God bless.